Hello, welcome to this tutorial. This is Rebecca Defembo. So in today's tutorial, we'll be designing a laundry flyer like this one. Okay, so let's quickly get started on how we are going to design something like this. Okay, so you select this word here, default, then you check on your top left corner, there's an icon for delete, then you select and then you select OK as well. All right, so at the bottom there are 5 icons, then you count on the first one on your left until the fourth one, you select on it, then you scroll to your right until you find where it says from gallery here. So we are uploading our background. Okay, so I go to where I had to save my background. Okay, that's my background. So for my background, I'm not going to change any size or anything, or I'm not going to rotate it in any way. I'll maintain the same, the 360 by 360 size, then I just press OK. Okay, so the next step is we'll start putting in the objects or putting in the typography. What I mean by typography, just simply words that you write on the flyer. Okay, so let's click on the plus icon, then say shape. We'll maintain this same white shape, and then we just increase it by touching the dots on each side like this, for example. Okay, so it can be any size that you are going to use. So let's do something like this. Then I will say okay. So on this one, you can either drag it by pressing on it and dragging, or you select on it, then on the third bottom icon, you scroll until you find where it says position. Then you can start bringing it down, or you drag it up or to the left or to the right like this. Okay, so also you can change how many pixels do you want to move it by. So either you can increase it up to 20 like that, or you can move now by 2 or 3, for example, just like that. Okay, so we drag it down there. So let's just reduce the size. I was just giving an example. Okay, so ensure the size will just be somewhere there like that. Okay, so from there we're going to continue. Then we'll have to, let's just push it a little bit up. Okay, just somewhere there. We continue. Then we are going to lock this one. Okay, let me just drag this here. We're going to click on the right top corner on the last icon, not on the 3 dots, but the lower ones, like that. Then you click on the lock icon. Why we are locking is to avoid it distorting our work when we want to make some changes. Okay, so you click on the same top right corner icon there, below the 3 dots, like that. Okay, then this will be followed by bringing in the the icons that we're going to be using. Okay, the objects. So plus icon top left corner, select from gallery. After that, we'll start now. Okay, so all right, so we upload this washing machine, and then we are just going to reduce the size to about um, a 60. So let's try to use 60 for the, and then if any changes, then we'll be able to change. Then select okay. Then from there, we on the same, we are going to click where it says crop. Why you want this is I just want to rotate it. Then on the first icon, just the bottom ones, we click like that. I'm sure you've seen how it's changing. Okay, so we'll face it like that. Then you just press OK. Then we are going to go, you scroll to your right until where it says position. We are going to position it somewhere there, just yes, just somewhere there. Then we select, then we click on the top right corner just below the 3 dots like that. then we lock it like that. Okay, so we do that. Then the next thing again is our the plus icon. From gallery we are bringing the cloth now. Okay, so we select like that. Okay, all right, so let's just take note of the size that we're using. Okay, so we can bring it somewhere there. So you can see, let's try to increase its size. Okay, we are starting with that. Okay, to be somewhere there. Okay, 45 will be okay for now. Then we click on the same, go to position. We go to our position, and then we drag it to the right a little like that. Okay, then we select, then we go on the top right corner like that. We lock it as well. So let's try to unlock the washing machine, and then we try to increase its size a little to about 65. Then we try to move it a little to the left and then up like that. Okay, there's an effect that we are trying to create. Okay, so something like this. Okay, like that. So we're using a size of 65. Then let's try to lock it as well. Okay, uh, we are getting some kind of shape now for our design. So the next thing again we're going to do is let's start bringing the typography. Though in many cases we'll start with the typography the way it's on the flyer, or bringing in the objects, but either ways. So let's see what we can come up with. All right, so we will put the text there, then we're going to write. So in this case, for example, we're going to say Nathan's it will be Nathan's laundry services, like that. So we go to font. So for the font, we can use that one, Armwrestler. This is a free font, but in the next tutorials, or if you've watched our previous tutorials, we explained how to install fonts. So in this case, I'm going to use one of the downloaded fonts, but you can use any font that is at least bold and to be clear. Okay, so let me use what I already used. I'm going to use Gotham Narrow Ultra, so like that. Then I'm going to change color. Just select on the name there, scroll to the right until you find where it says color, like that. Then you can use that blue, or let's just make it dark. We see like this. So another way on how you'll be sure that this is the the color that we are using, or in case you want to replicate something, somebody told you to say replicate using this color, because it can be the same blue, but blue has numbers. So in this case, you can see the number there, it's the 000175, like that. Or if I want to say I should use the same color which is on the object, I'm going to click on this like that. Then I'm going to select, for example, I use the same color on the background. I'll select like that. I'm sure you can see on the top right corner there, the blue is changing like that. Then I'll say, okay, it will be like that. So we can undo, and then we maintain the same blue. Or of the same, on the plus icon like that, then you select like that. Then you can come and select on this, and then let's say we're using pink, so we can select like that. That's the pink that would want, in case you are given to say let it look exactly like this. Okay, so in this case we'll maintain with that blue, and for those that would want to do exactly, you can just press on the numbers like this 000175. You will take note of it, and then on the pencil icon, the one on the right, you click on it like that. This is what I meant. Or you just write on red, you put 0, on green you put 1, then on blue you put 117. Then you say okay, you have the exact color as the one that I've used. Okay, so there we just have to increase the size a little. So let's try to put it by Okay, let's see. Okay, we work with a 62. Okay, like that. We use 62. Then we lower it down a little. Okay. Then the next is we're going to copy this same. We copy like that. Then we are writing laundry services. I'll explain why I didn't write it as a whole and then just write it below. Okay, so we write like that. So we are reducing the size. We go to where it says size. Then we reduce also the size like that. Okay, so since I want it to be different, so okay, we can still maintain the same. Let's just reduce the size, 32 there. So the other one is using we're using 62, then this one 32. Okay, um this is okay. For now we are not looking anything, we are maintaining just like that. Let's try to make the name in bold. You go to where it says star, where on the capital B, then you just do that, it will be in bold. But if you want to cancel, you select like that. So I think without being in bold looks better. Okay, so we continue like that. You can use any other color, but I prefer using this. At least it's okay. Then let's continue. Then from there we are supposed to add some effects. So plus icon, we're adding a shape. This shape, you can drag it and put it just exactly here. There's something that I want us to do, okay? Just there on the middle, like that. Then you can drag it either like this, like that, to just drag it exactly where the name of the business is ending. Okay, just somewhere there. Then we are going to continue. So let's do this like that. Then we say okay. Then for that one, we are going to, after that, we're not changing any color, it will remain in white. So you go to where it says opacity, you select opacity like that. Then we are going to reduce opacity to about 20. Okay, we'll leave it on 20. Then I'm sure you're able to see the effect that we are trying to create on the name like that. So okay, so already like that. Let's click on it and then you go to position. We will use 1 pixel and then I will select like that. Okay, then we continue with what we're doing. So you've noticed that laundry services is not clear, but I want it to be clear. Okay, so you go there. Then on this laundry services, we are going to drag it and put it on top like that. Okay, so you can see that we've created an effect. So you can select the name again. So let's try to put it in bold again. We'll see what would happen. Okay, no, so let's just maintain the same way that it is, like that. Then we click on our shape. Position, we just try to lower it a little. Okay, so another way on how you can ensure that what you're doing is in a line, you click on this icon here for the grids, which has a square with 9 boxes inside. So you click on it, then you click on it again like that. So you can start dragging like this. For example, want to see if what we did here was straight like that. So we can do this to ensure that what we are doing is accurate. Okay, then you can continue designing using these grids. Okay, so let's continue using the grids because we are going to be adding on more shapes again, where we'll write our services now, the laundry services. So plus icon like that, then shapes, then we are going to, below here there is what says radius. So this radius, we are going to first reduce the shape like that. So to some that might feel like the grids are disturbing, so let me remove them for a while and then we just continue like that. So we're going to do that. Then you can scroll down like this, then you find the same color that we used like that, you select, so you drag this and then you come and put it just there. Okay, so for that one, you can click on edit. We just want to have a radius. A radius is, for example, like the way this shape is. If I do this, I'm sure you're able to see what's happening to the shape. If I put it on 0, it will just be smooth. Now I'm just making changes on the corners like that. So, but the size now should be small like that. So I'm not going to use a radius that big. I'm going to use a radius of about, let's try 5. Yes, 5 will be better. Just some slight changes on the edges. Okay, so the size for this, we are going to use a relative size of let's try 43 like that. So to maintain, I'm going to copy the same. I'll click on it, then you just come here and say copy, then you can drag it or press on it and use position to bring it down. Then I'll copy again like that. So we're listing about 4 services that we'll be using. So the importance of grids again, because just putting like this, it won't be uniform. I'm sure you can see when we check here on the left, like it's not uniform. So we are going to use grids now to ensure that what we're doing is uniform. We drag it like this, you put it here where it says just there, then you select. So we select the third one also, and then we drag it to, you can use 1 pixels to be moving. So position, so it's moving like that, then position again, okay, like that. So you can see that what we are doing now, at least, not at least, but it's exactly now on the same node position, same position. Okay, so select okay like that, then we turn off the grids. Okay, so we check again if the spaces between the shapes are the same or they are not the same. Okay, so we can use the same grids, but I feel the spaces are just okay. So let's just continue. Then of the same shapes, we are going to be adding a stroke, of which we should have added before copying so that it will be easier for the next. Sorry about that. So you scroll to your right until you find where it says shadow. Select shadow, the black one. So the blur radius, we're going to reduce it to 5. It shouldn't be too much. I'm sure you can see the difference, the one having the shadow and the one not having the shadow. Okay, so select the other one again, then scroll to your right until where it says shadow, then select like that. We're going to put on 5, so you do the same for the rest. Okay, it would have been easy if I just did to 1 and then I'll copy the rest. So the idea has just come in, so we will work like that. Okay, so the next is we'll start writing in the services. So you click on that, or you can just, other than copying, you click on text, plus icon, then text, you drag it, you bring it here, then we're going to write. So how we're going to write is, I want to be using some bullets. So I'll be using this white bullet. You can scroll on your emojis until you find it somewhere just at the end before the flags. If you don't have it, you can ignore or use any shape that might work for you. Okay, all right, I'm using that one. Like in the next tutorials, we'll be able to explain how to make shapes and insert there, but for today we're just going to use the already existing images, like that shape, which will to be easier for us to follow through. Okay, so we are going to write wash. Okay, just writing and press like that. So this same one, we're going to go to font by scrolling to the right, font, like that. Okay, you can use any font that you'd feel like using. I'll use that. Then I'll go to size. I have to reduce the size and drag it a little and see where it will fit. Okay, let's try that one. Then I bring it down like that. Then of the same one, I'm going to copy it. So meaning to use the same font. Okay. So we are going to write the other service that they offer. Stain removal. Okay, like that. Then I copy again. Just by clicking copy, you drag it or use the position icon to bring it down. Okay. Then we can say steam ironing or iron. Okay, like that. Then we copy again and you bring it down. So you can turn on the grid if you want to use, or if you are sure, you just do like the way I'm doing, but I prefer using the grid just to ensure that everything is in line with the others. Okay, so our design is getting into good shape now. So let's continue and see how far it will go. Okay, so the next is we'll be bringing in other shapes where we're going to write in our details and everything. Okay, so we're going to say shapes again, and then it's the same shape like this. We bring it here. You can say okay, and then you go to color, or you do like the way we did before. Then we select that color there, like that. So you can, let me show you in case those who would want to use the exact color. That's the exact color there. Is this 148, 172, 232. In case you want to use the same color that I'm using, of which I would recommend you use the same for you to follow through and compare as you'll be following through what I'm doing as a replica for your practice. Okay, so we are going to go to position, then we drag it to the left like that, then select OK. So this same one, let's see the size we are going to use. Let's try to use 55 like that. We leave it there. You scroll to the right until we find where it says shadow. Turn it on. So the shadow there, we are going either we use black like we used for the others, or we are going to, for example, pink, the other blue, the same blue, again blue. Okay, you can use black like that. So let's use this dark blue. Okay, like that. Then this same shape. Okay, let's first put some writing there. So we copy this and then we drag it. Wait, before that, on this shape we are going to write our location and our contact information. So we are going to import some icons. Okay, plus icon from gallery. Then okay, so the icons I want to use, they are already here. So this is the location. Okay, so I can reduce the size, drag it there. Then let's put the size to about 9. Then I lower it down until I put it there, like that. Let me try to increase its size a little. Okay, a 10 looks better. Then color, we're going to change the color. We're going to use white. After we use white, like that, another effect, we are going to go to where it says stroke. Then we turn stroke on. Then we change the stroke to black. And then the stroke volume we are going to use 2. So you can either increase, put it on 1 or increase like that. But we are going to use a stroke volume of 2. Then we are going to copy any of these. Just want to maintain the same font. It's advisable to use few fonts, not a variety of fonts. So we wrap that. So we are putting in a location, okay, where these services are offered. So for example, I'll put Chavoma like that. Then let me just, you put any location that you want to put. Let me just do this. Okay, I'll just put like that. Let's let it not be too capitalized. Let me just do this. Okay. Okay. This same one is okay. Like that. Then on at the end you can bring it to the left like that or like that. So I want it to be like this. Okay, like that. Then the size that I'm using is a 28. So depending on the font that you'll be using, they will not always be the same. So let me reduce my size to somewhere. Okay, let me maintain for now. I see. Then let's move the icon a bit to the left so that we leave space for the contact information. So you can see that the kind of blue that I've used here is not presenting the work properly. So let's see if we can add some effect to the words here, shadow, and we turn it on like that, and then we try to reduce it, or we maintain it again. Can't use some shadow on that, so let's just change the kind of blue that we're going to use. So let's use the one which is on the background, we see. Then you select like that, say okay. So okay, this will be better. All right, so we maintain like that. Then we now have to import the WhatsApp icon. Okay, so the WhatsApp icon like that. You reduce the size as well, or you can select it and then you go to where it says relative size, then you drag it also. So you can use that size of 8, then it will be somewhere there. Then we're going to change the color for the WhatsApp icon to white as well. Then after changing, we go to stroke, turn it on, and then you put black. And the stroke so let's use the stroke volume of 1 for the WhatsApp icon like that. Okay, so like that. Then we continue. So let's see this font that we used on Chavuma Northwestern, as in the location we see for a bold one. So let me try to use a different one. Okay, better. Then so that means let me reduce the size for this so that we'll have some space for, so 826. Then the contact icon, I'm going to push it also like that. Then this same one I'm going to copy, so I'm going to put the contact information. So for example, okay, so like that. Like that. So for example, that's the contact information. Then since the contact information, like the way you've seen, it's not fitting, we're supposed to reduce the sizes and then ensure that the others will also fit, so long as they'll be visible. Then we push the WhatsApp icon there. Then we also have to push the contact there, but we reduce the size as well and ensure that they're able to fit. So let's just confirm here I've used the 20. Here also I have to use the 20. Okay, so that they'll be uniform. Then I click on position and ensure that they are well positioned. Or you can turn on the grid and ensure that they are all positioned well. Okay, so we can lock these. Okay, then we select can lock them. Then we select the shape, then we are going to copy it. So this same shape that we've copied, we're going to reduce the size. So for example, like that. Let me just do this, then I will check the size and then I'll confirm with you. Okay, we're going to put it somewhere there. Then we're going to say where it says color, we are going to change it to white. I know the background is white, but there is a reason why. Okay, so white like that. So that's the effect that we are going to create like that. So you can either use just that with the shadow, or you select and then you use stroke. You can say stroke like that. Then you can put it like that, it will still look okay. So let's just maintain with the shadow. So the next is we're going to import another icon from gallery in case the laundry services, they have their Facebook or any means on how like they want it to be known or anything. So in this case, we're going to put the Facebook page. Okay, just there. We will leave it there like that. Then we might copy this same one like that. Then we come here, we delete, then we can write, for instance, okay, all right, we write there, then we just change the color to the same blue, and then we do this like that. So you can see that it's not fitting, so we're going to reduce the size, not until like it will fit, but it has to be visible. Okay, so I've used the size of 20 there, then like that, so ensure that it's fitting. Already it's getting into final shape, final touches. Okay, so let's counter check again on the laundry machine, the washing machine. So we select it, and then we try to reduce increase the size again from 65. We try to increase, let's try 69, then positioning it, then we do that. Okay, shouldn't really touch there. Okay, then we move a bit up like that. Okay, so the size, let's just stick to 70 as size. Then we position it like that. So positioning, you just keep moving by the pixels like that. All right, sure you'll be able to follow through. So we leave it there, then we are going to lock it as well. So we will lock it like that. Then the next is we'll be adding another thing where so from gallery. Okay, so I do this. Let's go to where I had saved it. Um, going to my photo room where I had saved it. There's something that we're going to use, so we're going to use this. Okay, like that. Then this which we've used, you scroll to the right until you find where it says texture. Then select texture like that. So we are adding something that we are going to use. Okay, we're adding something to where I downloaded it. So okay, we are adding this thing here as our texture. Then on the ratio, you put 1 to 1. Okay, like that, the same one. So that's the text, the effect which I wanted us to add. Then you go to where it says stroke, you turn it on. We use the stroke volume of either the same blue or black. Okay, so let's try to use black like that. Then you reduce the size. I want it to be somewhere there. We'll keep reducing the size until it's there like that. So we'll put it there, or if you want you can change the color, the stroke volume to blue, but we'll use black like that. So that will be there. Then we'll copy one of these like that, then we'll bring it there, and then we're going to write free, then delivery like this. So we change the color, we're going to use blue like that. Then you can see that when we try to position it like this, it's not making sense. So we are going to go to where it says align. On alignment, we have 3 types. We have the left alignment, middle, and the right, or you justify. So in this case, we're going to use the middle alignment like that. Then we now increase the size. Go to where it says size. We do that. Okay, so a 40. Then we drag it and put it there like that. So you can either use blue, or in this this case, let's use white, and then we're going to add stroke. So yeah, let's try to use stroke this time. We say stroke, then turn it on like that. So that's how our design is going to look. So a stroke volume of 4 will be better. Yes, a stroke volume of 4 will be better. Then we go back to size, and then we just try to increase to 43. Okay, and then positioning, then we do that. Okay, like this, just somewhere there. Okay, so we are almost done. Then the other thing that we'll be adding, let's try to add some bubbles just next to the clothes as well as the washing machine. Okay, so we're going to click on the plus icon from gallery, then we add the bubbles like this. Okay, so this same one, then I just reduce the size. Then I'm going to put them just here, like that. So they'll be here just next to the machine like this. Then of the same, I click there and then I say copy. I'm going to put them again somewhere. I can rotate it like this in whichever way that you feel it would make sense. Like, okay, so um I'm going to put it this other one just next to this, but of course I'm going to rotate. I'm going to rotate it like this. Okay, I'm going to rotate it so I can even just leave it somewhere there as well. Okay, so in this case we are done with our design. So let's just countersign this one. Let it move a little to the right like this. Okay, then a bit up, then again to the right. Okay, so in this case we are done. Then you can click on the zoom, then you can just try to zoom in and ensure that what you've done is making sense and fit for the viewers. And as a designer, you need to communicate with the audience, so you check and verify if what you've done is able to communicate, the alignment, how many fonts you've used, the colors used and everything. So already I've detected something. So on this, let me put a grid here and ensure that they are all in good alignment. Okay, just somewhere there. See, so I just need to push this a little to the left like that, and this other one again I have to push it to the left like that. All right, so like this we are done. The flyer is set, and then we are going to save. So on the upper icons there on top, just after the plus icon, there's this icon for save. So you can save it as a project if you'd want to come back to it, or you save as an image. So we're going to save as an image. Then we save as an image. Where it says dimensions, you can save as ultra to avoid it being distorted. Then you say save to gallery like that. So like that, your image is being saved and ready for use. Image saved. So okay, thank you for following, and remember to keep practicing.